The upcoming UK GDP print on Friday, December 13th at 7 a.m. UK time is likely to be critical as it provides a snapshot of the UK's economy health amid high services inflation, elevated interest rates, and slowing global demand. Markets and policymakers will closely watch the data to gauge whether the UK is edging closer to a recession. Could a big miss in the data give the Bank of England permission to cut interest rates? And Bank of England's Bailey has recently said in December that he envisages the Bank of England cutting interest rates 4 times in 2025, which was a slight surprise given that market pricing was 3 interest rate cuts in 2025. So a sharp move lower in the UK GDP print could mean that the pound falls on expectations of the Bank of England needing to move more quickly on interest rate cuts to support a potentially struggling UK economy. Now, looking at Seasonax's helpful event feature, you can have a sense of how far the pound dollar falls during this GDP print. If you look here, over the last 3 days, running over 5 years during this GDP print, this is the move in the pound dollar. Notice this move here. There was a 1.887% drop in September's surprise miss in UK GDP data. So that gives you an indication, okay, if we saw a surprise drop in this latest GDP print out on December the 13th, then maybe you could see a fall in the pound dollar maybe over a percentage point up to 1.88%. You can start to see what kind of moves are reasonable. That's what's so helpful about this event feature. That's one of the ways you can use it, just to see what maximum moves you can get. And you can see to the upside, look, the maximum gains of 2.8%. And if you just look for the 1 day, you can see, okay, even on the 1 day, you can see, okay, 0.67% for that November move and up to 0.99%. So that helps us to assess and realize and set our expectations for the event. Now, technically, pound dollar, there are major support and resistance levels at 1.2425 to 800 and as well as 1.300. They're the big areas, as well as this weekly trend line area. Definitely a key area. Depends where price is as we get nearer to the actual release, but these are the major support resistance levels marked that traders will likely pay attention to. Remember, don't just trade it, Seasonax it. There are trade risks. The key trade risk here is, of course, that previous seasonal patterns don't necessarily repeat themselves. And of course, we don't know what the GDP print will be. So it's very hard to assess what the reaction will be in the pound. Don't forget to sign up here at Seasonax, where you can access thousands more seasonal insights, hundreds more different events, seasonality across all different instruments, lots of different combinations to look at here at Seasonax, and you can really dig into some great detail.